Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Athanasius here again and the purpose of this video, I am not going to be doing this on a regular basis, only when special events happen, and I feel that the need to comment on it is more readily needed than waiting for my weekly vlogs. So, what happened today? Well, if you haven't been paying attention to the news, Hillary pretty much got off the hook. James Comey, FBI, came and held a press conference about 11 a.m. this morning, in which he came out, spent the first 10 minutes blasting her and all her aides about the illegal activities that they conducted, how his men were very thorough and fact-checking and everything like that, and then the hammer dropped. He said that no charges were going to be recommended to the prosecutors, to the Attorney General. And all across the nation, conservatives were crying, wailing, gnashing teeth, saying, how could this happen? He spent, all this time blasting her, and then he's just going to let her go. What the hell is going on? And I will admit that when I initially heard this, because I heard the broadcast live, I heard him speaking live. The first 10 minutes of him laying into Hillary Clinton and all the problems and legal issues that she had with her email servers and the investigation and so forth, I had thought that for sure that he was going to drop it, just the way he was laying it out. But he didn't. Much to my prediction in my vlog yesterday, in which I had, if you haven't heard my vlog, I basically said that I was not expecting a indictment nor conviction for these charges. Still held out a little bit of hope, but my reasoning was that, she's not going to get indicted because she's a Democrat and this is a Democrat administration. And if anybody knows a thing or two about Democrats, is that they are thick as thieves. In fact, that's pretty much all they are, is a bunch of thieves, liars, con artists, and so forth that prey on the fears and downtimes of the American people in order to keep getting elected into office. And for those of you that are Democrats that are listening to this and are, swearing up a storm and cussing at me for dare accusing your party of being so forth, I have to ask you, what party would allow a known KKK Grand Wizard to serve for almost 70 years? Oh, the Democrat Party. And it was Robert KKK Byrd of West Virginia, senator, who just so happened to, in her own words, be a mentor to Hillary Clinton. This is the type of people that inhabit the Democrat Party. So if you're upset with me for calling them out for being the liars, thieves, backstabbing SOBs that they are, well, you're part of the problem too. If you're a Democrat and you're unhappy with this assessment, then either stop being a Democrat, reassess yourself, go no party affiliate, or do whatever you want to do, but don't support the Democrat Party, because this is all that they do. Someone gets in trouble and they circle the wagons and cover for that person. And that's what happened here today. The indictment did not come. Hillary is celebrating, saying that the matter is solved. The matter is resolved. Obama is campaigning with her. Everything seems to be going hunky-dory for her and her campaign. Or is it? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to posit to you that the press conference that occurred this morning was nothing short of a glorious golden political gift given to us by James Comey of the FBI. Allow me to explain. James Comey, from everything that I've heard, is a pretty straight-laced kind of guy. He's by the book. He does not really get involved in the politics of, shaking hands and rubbing elbows and trying to advance up. No, he does his job, at least according to things that I've heard from various sources, radio, TV, and so forth. So while some people may be looking at this saying it's a shock that, somebody that with his record would not bother to go forward the charges, I think that what we are missing here is what was Comey doing the first 10 minutes of the press conference. He was essentially calling Hillary Clinton every politically dirty name under the book, saying she was careless, her servers were unsecure, sensitive information may have been hacked by foreign entities. These are damning accusations. So then why no indictment? Think about it, people. Who's in the White House right now? We have Obama, the king of liars. We have his attorney general, who over the weekend just so happened to meet Bill Clinton, the husband of Hillary Clinton, a person that is being interviewed and scrutinized in an FBI investigation over felony mishandling of top secret information. She meets with her husband on a tarmac in Phoenix, and according to them, the conversation was, about their children. Anybody with a brain could see what was going on. The fix was in. The Attorney General would not have recommended any charges against Hillary Clinton. And if any of her prosecutors had done so, their political career would have been over. And if there's anything about prosecutors or anybody that works within that side of the world, that political side of the world, moving up is all that matters. If you're not moving up, you're out. That's it. To say that the lack of indictment is a shocker, to me, after the initial shock, because I had really thought that Comey, in his speech, was teeing up to go ahead and drop charges on her. But when he didn't, after I got over my initial disappointment and frustration and, why the hell is this happening, it clicked on me. What he did was provide us material to use in however many political ads against Hillary Clinton. And he spelled it out in no uncertain terms. She was extremely careless with sensitive information. She lied to the American people. She lied to Congress under oath, because before, Hillary said that she turned over all her emails to Congress and to the FBI. James Comey came out and said, we found emails that were not at first declared to us. That is perjury. She lied under oath. But James Comey is smart enough to know that the deck is stacked against this indictment and a conviction. So he did not decide to pursue charges at this time. What he said, and I'm going to try to get as close as possible because I don't have the article pulled up in front of me here, but the key sentence he said is that although there is enough evidence to support the crimes of which he's accused of, there is not a case for a reasonable prosecutor to indict and convict. That's political speech for, she's guilty as sin, we've got her by the balls, but we can't do anything because the people in the Attorney General's office are so crooked and so on the bag for her that they would just take our evidence and mismanage it or throw it out the window, and we would lose this one shot to take out the Queen of Lies. The thing that people need to remember is that in our American system, you are only allowed one trial for crimes that you supposedly have been committed. And the reason why this was set up is because back in the Founding Fathers' days, England was notorious for trying and retrying people on the same charges in the hopes that eventually they'll get a conviction out of it. If they had an enemy that they wanted to destroy, they would just keep trying and retrying them to get them convicted, and then they would put them away. The Founding Fathers said, this is wrong. To our legal system, you get one shot to try to prove your case. If you cannot prove your case, then that person is to be found not guilty and let free the rest of his life, or her life too. So James Comey knows this. He knows that the hard work that his men put in the FBI is going to go to waste if he tries to jump it now. So I propose that what may be happening is James Comey just set up the perfect tee for a golfer like Donald Trump to come by and swing it and hit a hole in one. The amount of information that was put out in James Comey's speech could make hundreds of little political ads that would destroy Hillary Clinton's already tarnished credibility. Actually, I don't even think you can say she has any credibility left unless your name is Satan. But even then, I think he's kind of balking at the idea of, welcoming her into hell. what is James Comey's play? I'm not going to say I'm a clairvoyant or say that I can read his mind or know what exactly it is that he's going to do. But if I had to take a guess, this is what I think he's trying to do. I think he's waiting out the clock. I think he's going to keep all the evidence safe and sound, not present it in front of a jury or give it in the hands of prosecutors that'll blow the case and lose their one chance. I believe that he's going to take his chance and see if Trump gets elected come this fall. If Trump does get elected, you can guarantee that Loretta Lynch would be fired really fast and someone else more capable and more honest would be put into the office. If James Comey is still around at that point, I would say with almost 100% certainty that he would be on the phone with Donald the first day saying, look, you may not like how I've handled that press conference a few months back. However, we saved all the evidence. We know she is guilty of sin. Put somebody in charge of the Attorney General's office that is capable and is willing to prosecute, and we will give you everything we have to put this witch to the stake. That is what I think is going on. I'm not going to swear my life to it, but I put this out here to give everybody hope that this is not the terrible situation that it is. This is instead the best option that we have to take down the Hildebeest come November. Using James Comey's words through the next 4 months, and then once Trump gets elected, getting a honest, reliable, and bulldog of attorney to go after her foundation, her husband, her daughter, her dog, everything and everybody connected with that dirty, rotten, stinking, crummy organization that is selling this country out little by little. So that's all I had to say on this. I didn't want to make this too long here, but I did want to at least put my thoughts out there for everybody. And feel free to disagree. I mean, like I said, this is my opinion. I am not claiming to know what is inside anybody's heart, but I am at least trying to help people see the good side of this and see that this is not the kick in the nuts that a lot of people have been taking it to be. So pray, folks. Keep praying that come this election, we will get Trump in the White House, and he will hopefully start cleaning house. God bless you all. Good night.